Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm working with this tactical barricade. And the goal of this barricade, right, if you notice it has these little slits, some of them are horizontal, some of them are diagonal. The goal is to be able to shoot through them without hitting the barricade itself, okay? So just to give an example, if I'm trying to shoot through this rectangle here, okay, if I hold the gun vertical, okay, right now I can see through the barricade, but as you can see, my muzzle, okay, is in the barricade itself. Okay, if I lift my muzzle up through the hole, right, when I try to aim, now all of a sudden my red dot is seen up here. So because of that offset, what I want to do is I want to orient the gun in the direction of the barricade so I can both see through it and shoot through it without hitting the barricade itself. And that can be important because the barricade might be made out of concrete. And if you shoot at concrete at close range, basically it's going to explode in your face and you're going to get, concrete particles, in your face. So we want to avoid that. So the way I'm going to do this, if I'm trying to shoot this barricade, I'm going to basically orient the gun sideways, right? As you can see, the gun is sideways. And I'm going to lift it. Now, you may, depending on the height, as you can see, that rectangle is pretty high. So I actually have to lift the stock off my shoulder in order to be able to see the target, okay? So in shooting through all these different positions, you're going to have to make a lot of adjustments. In some cases, I'm going to have to shorten the stock. In some cases, I'm going to have to lay down in the ground in some awkward, unconventional position so I can get my red dot on the target and at the same time be able to get my barrel to shoot through the hole, okay? So this is one of those things that you pretty much have to do in order to experience this and get good at it. And basically what I'm working with is a cheap piece of cardboard, okay? It's just a piece of cardboard, and I've cut those holes into it that you see over there. Most of them are either horizontal or diagonal, and I've got them going diagonal in both directions. Sometimes they're diagonal this way, sometimes they're diagonal the other way. And basically that's what I'm working with and practicing. So let's start this drill. The goal is to basically work through all these holes without putting any bullets in the cardboard. I got to shorten the stock for this one, and I had to basically switch to the other shoulder in order to get into position to hit this.
This one here is really tricky. Here I gotta go upside down in order to hit it. Okay, very good.
All right, so as we can see there, it's a fun drill. Gets you to, shoot in very unconventional positions. Once you go through this drill, what you want to do is look through it and see if there's any bullet holes in the cardboard. So I can see I got one there. I got one there. And there's 16 holes I got here. Everything's good over here. When I got to this one over here, when I was shooting upside down, okay, basically I was having a hard time. I kept hitting the paper, okay, and what I had to do is I had to basically pull the rifle even lower to the ground, and finally I managed to get one through there without hitting the cardboard. So this is a really tough position to shoot from. There's only two ways to really shoot that position down there. You're either going to take the magazine out so you can get the gun that low to the ground, in which case you've only got one round to shoot. And if somebody comes from a different direction, now you got an unloaded gun. So by turning myself, by getting on the ground, rolling myself, and orientating the rifle upside down, I was able to get multiple shots through that hole, or attempt multiple shots through that hole. And as you can see by the burn marks, it took a little bit of practice before I was finally able to get one through there without hitting that cardboard. So this is something that needs to be practiced. And like I said, this is an exercise where you're going to have to do a lot of weird stuff. You're going to have to shorten the stock up. Okay. You're going to have to work with your sling, because your sling is something that, as you're rolling around and getting into these different weird positions, it's gonna get in your way. So you have to figure out how you got to get out of it. There was one position that I shot and I came to the left shoulder like this. And I ended up coming to this shoulder. I had to orient the gun in this position like this in order to get that shot. Okay, and then when I went to that right corner down there, I had to go basically completely upside down. So it's a fun exercise. And like I said, it's a cheap piece of cardboard. You just take a razor, cut the holes in it. Work with this for a couple of weeks. Then you get yourself another piece of cardboard, cut a few more holes into it. Practice a little bit more. Start off with the red dot. Once you get good with the red dot, turn your red dot off and try it with your iron sights as well. That'll be lots of fun. I'll talk to you guys next time.